On the other side of the coin, unfortunately, we have what was a poor Polish performance, and I know there are lots of Polish fans looking at our programme tonight, and they'll be hugely disappointed with their team essentially going out of the competition. There was a small glimmer of hope when they started to play a little bit of football midway through that second half, and they got a couple of small things out of it, possibly a half chance falling to Lewandowski here.
Yeah, he's done ever so well. This is the only real chance he's been able to create for himself. Takes the ball down well. I wouldn't blame him for missing the chance, because Ospina did well to narrow the angle. And then it's probably the best chance here. Krychowiak, again, Ospina does well. But this was all they had to show for, really. And yeah, over the 90 minutes, it was just not enough. I think in terms of physicality and aggression, they couldn't live with Colombia. And then I think Colombia showed after 20 minutes of the first half, for the rest of the 70 minutes, they're just better footballers. The way they pass the ball in Poland, very one-dimensional. And if you have your star player not performing and not really giving you the intention or the idea that he really badly wants this, it drags everybody else down. Because this is the guy, if they wanted to progress, they needed him to do well in this tournament. He didn't do well. I wouldn't call him a one-man team, but he's certainly a huge part of the Poland team, and he just didn't do it.
Yeah, he scored 16 of the 28 goals in qualifying, which tells you about the contribution he made in qualifying, but just hasn't happened for him at the finals. Let's just revisit the goal that set them on their way in the first half, Kevin. And again, James involved in the build-up.
Yeah, it was. You know, this is the one we spoke about earlier on. Japan and Senegal, why don't they just hang a ball up? You know, they're so much taller, and here this is what Colombia do. It was Quintero, I think, who chipped it up, or James who chipped it up, and Mina, you know, he's 6'5", I think. You know, it's no contest for him there. Keeper doesn't do himself any favours, but it's a simple finish, and it was a good move. It was a short corner, it was a quick one. Poland were caught on the hop, but you know, when you put the ball up in the air like that for a guy who's 6'5", it's very difficult to defend.
We talked about, I think in the first game you talked about mistakes, that you can't afford to make mistakes if you go into the next stage when you play against the better teams. It's a short corner, it's nothing new. But the Polish just get attracted to the ball, all of them. There's two Colombian players by the corner flag. One is Cuadrado, one is James, who took that short corner, and they just didn't notice them, they didn't want to mark them. And this is just a basic mistake, because you've got to stay with your people unless the ball is cleared, and it was far too easy, but well executed at the same time.
Yeah, very well executed.